G'day and welcome to Queensland Weekender. Welcome to Dalby. Now, normally on a Saturday like today, the town's a little quiet, but today's race day, which means it's full of action, colour and excitement, and we're going to enjoy all of it a little later in the show. Also today, exploring Brisbane City by bike.
Where the sights are solid and the paths are plenty.
School holiday fun at Kingfisher Bay Resort.
Lift up slightly. Yes! Well done. That's what I'm talking about. Nice work. High five, man. Woo!
And it's cotton season out west.
Just keep twirling it.
Yeah.
And you can start making cotton thread.
Brisbane is known as the River City. The Brown Snake, as we affectionately know it, meanders from Ivanhoe Dam in the west all the way through to the mouth at the Port of Brisbane. There are plenty of ways to see it, whether it's by foot or boat. But today's mode of transport is a little bit different. If you live in Brizzy, you've probably seen some of these bright yellow bikes getting around, blazing the trail for one of the many paths just waiting to be explored. Today, Maddie and I are on an adventure. These are city cycles, and hiring them couldn't be easier. Register online, punch in a code at one of the 150 stations, and off you go. From the cultural precinct and all the treasures in between, you really can choose your own adventure. We're headed a little further downstream to a spot that allows you to get even closer to the water. Kangaroo Point, home to the physically fit, fearless and our first stop, River Life. I've signed us up for a quick paddle, and what a stunning day for it. Fiona's leading us up the river and pointing out the classic sights.
What are the local people's reaction when they see it from this way?
They love it because we all know, there's the Wheel of Brisbane, we know that there's South Bank, we know the Story Bridge, but to see it from the water, you really get an appreciation of how much we actually have in Brisbane and how lucky we are to have it all.
Well, that was pretty fun, wasn't it?
It was, and high tea next, that away. Through the city, there are plenty of pretty sights to take in, but it's hard to beat the view from our next landmark. But first, a change in attire is needed. Something a little less sporty and a bit more stylish. Customs House has been standing proud on the Brisbane River for 128 years.
This is our beautiful balcony, and as you can see, $1 million view, very spectacular river city. Kookaburra is passing by.
George Mooset is the operations manager.
We offer high teas as a morning tea or afternoon tea, and 10:30 in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there he is.
Oh my God, that's the most spectacular high tea I think I've ever seen.
It's beautiful and tastes delicious, yes.
There's a selection of sandwiches, sweets and cakes that will make your mouth water. Explore Brisbane like a tourist. Jump onto the Queensland Weekender website for all the details of our DIY adventure. queenslandweekender.com.au.
I'm Dean Merlot. Welcome to Mellow Coffee. This is where we roast all the wonderful coffee for Brisbane to enjoy every morning. I'm a recovering lawyer, and basically I came from a restaurant background. My dad had the Milano restaurant. It was quite a famous restaurant in Brisbane, and basically I wanted to get into coffee. I've always loved it. That was 1992 when we opened Queen Street. And we opened Mellow Coffee in McLaughlin Street. When we started roasting, it was early 1995. And now it's grown to be 16 of our own stores, and we've got 3 licensed Merlot outlets. And basically we've got the coffee roasting that we do at most of our torrefacciones around. So torrefazione is an interesting Italian word. It only has one meaning: coffee roasting plant. A lot of work goes into producing that kilo of beans. Our cupping program, for one, we cup twice a week here. Every single bag of beans that come into the place gets checked. I'm looking for a lovely fruity, lovely elegant notes in this coffee. Beautiful. I quite like this Beat of the Month program. I think it's going well. It's nice when people choose not to come in and say flat white, that they say, what's your bean of the month? And I find that enriching for me. I'm loving the first one. It's very important to us. We get it right and we try to make sure that that cup, that experience is very important. You know, I always feel very proud anytime I walk in to any of our businesses. I'll just make a quick one here. Valley's significant to me because this is where it all started. This is the first roaster that we had on board and it's been a beauty. You can see it's been well loved. I actually boxed up this plinth and poured the concrete with my dad and we made this plinth for the roaster and we're still roasting on it today. I'm proud to see our name up there. I'm proud that what we've accomplished. I think that's because of the people we employ and the quality of the coffee that we don't ever compromise on. And so I think that's been our secret. Beautiful.
After the break, beautiful Fraser Island.
Well, it's not really an active way to get around and see the island. Segway's doing all the work, but hey, we're on holidays.
Kingfisher Bay Resort is the gateway to all the World Heritage wonders on Fraser Island.
The resort has plenty of options for families who want to head out and explore the island. But for those who want to kick back at the resort, there's also plenty to do.
Chilling out by the pool is a great way to start. And don't just take my word for it. Meet 8-year-old Spencer, who's on holidays with his mum and dad.
Spencer, when you're not swimming in the pool, what else are you doing around?
Playing on my phone.
Playing on your iPhone?
Yeah.
You've got the headphones on? Just zoning out?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And what happens when mum and dad ask you to do something, you just turn the volume up and pretend you don't hear them?
Nah. They ask me to take them off usually.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's all right. You're on holidays?
Yeah.
But kicking back by the pool pales in comparison to Spencer's wildlife encounter.
Last night when we caught the tour bus, we were waiting at the jetty and we saw a dingo down on the beach.
A dingo?
Yeah.
Is that the first time you've seen a dingo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. What do they look like?
I think it was only a little one. It wasn't very big.
Little baby one.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty cool that you get to see it hanging on the beach, hey?
Yeah.
In fact, there's plenty to discover on the beach. And an enjoyable and active way to do it is on a Segway.
Well, it's not really an active way to get around and see the island. Segway's doing all the work, but hey, we're on holidays.
Kingfisher's Segway tours run for an hour and my guide is Ranger Jay.
Jay, this is the first time I've been in one of these. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
They're a lot of fun, yes.
And it's a great way to see the island as well. You know, a lot of times you're just on a bus or in four-wheel drive, but you can get really close and personal to the land, can't you?
Exactly right, yeah.
Jay is descended from the Butchulla people, Fraser's traditional owners. And a tour highlight is Jay showing how they built fish traps using coffee rock.
All the coffee rock is rotting vegetation mixed with sand. That's it.
That's all it is?
That's all it is. So technically it's not rock.
You can carve out whatever design you want in order to catch the fish, which is obviously what they did.
Exactly. Every single day that we do the Segway tour, it changes every time.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll even see dingoes on the beach, other times we'll see a lot of soldier crabs, as well as like learning about the landscape and also cultural heritage as well.
Another way to experience Fraser's cultural heritage is on Kingfisher's Bush Tucker Walk.
All right, so this beautiful bit of bush tucker is known as lemon-scented tea tree. Just crush the leaves and then have a smell. What do you think?
Yummy.
It's nice, eh?
Oh,
Nice.
it's really nice, isn't it?
Lovely. And some of my ancestors would actually use the leaves here, grind it up with a little bit of cold water and make like a warm to a cold tea. And it's really good against head colds and cold and flu. And
Use it as air freshener.
it's very possible, absolutely, yeah.
Rub it under your armpits so it doesn't smell too bad.
There you go.
A popular addition to the walk is the Bush Tucker Talk and Taste. With the help of an expert Kingfisher chef, guests can sample a range of locally sourced nuts, fruits and berries. And enjoy them with barbecued kangaroo, crocodile and smoked emu jerky. Delicious. As you can see, at Kingfisher, you and the family can get as active as you want.
Oh, solid. All right, buddy, let it rip. Aim, using your eye, lift up slightly. Yes!
Well done. That's what I'm talking about. Nice work. High five, man. Woo! Excellent work.
Or get busy doing nothing at all. Ultimate relaxation at Kingfisher can be found at the Island Day Spa, where Elle and I are having a nice hot rock massage. How's yours, Elle?
Oh, it is amazing.
School holidays are right around the corner, so now's a perfect time to enjoy a stay at Kingfisher Bay Resort. Head to our website to learn more and to book your family island adventure.
After the break, we're trackside at the Dolby picnic races. There's something special about a country race day. The whole town turns out, as well as hundreds of people from around the state or even further afar, just to get a taste of good old-fashioned country hospitality. As far as country races are concerned, the Dolby picnic races is one of the biggies. And what type of numbers are we expecting today?
We're hoping around the 3,000.
Yeah.
If we top over, that would be brilliant.
It feels like we're pretty close already. This marquee is chockers.
All our marquees are chockers. Our
Yeah.
3 marquees are all booked out, bursting at the seams.
Today is the Dolby Race's 106th running. What started off as just an amateur race meeting has flourished into one of the biggest days on the Dolby calendar. It feels like pretty much every person in Dolby is here today.
Probably, unless you're at the school sports.
Yeah,
I do
right.
play in a school team somewhere, but yes, I'd say they are.
Yeah, right.
Or they will be here by the end of the day.
Okay, so maybe after the kids play their rugby or whatever,
Yes,
they'll rock
they'll
up.
all rock up here.
Excellent. It seems like the dress code here, it's not country, people are very well dressed.
They're extremely well dressed, and it's lovely watching the fashions.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy seeing all the ladies come in, and they're beautiful fascinators, and just that, like, some of them have quite a quirky dress, and yeah, it's really excellent.
If you want to know anything about fashions on the field, you've got to ask Dale Olsen. Dale used to run Brisbane's iconic Hat Box and has years of racing fashion experience, so much so, in fact, she's one of the judges for today's competition.
Racing fashion is seasonal. So in summer you wear a straw hat or feathers and flowers, but in winter you need a felt hat. Once again, you can wear feathers and flowers, but absolutely no straw hats for autumn or winter.
Oh, so if you're wearing a straw hat today,
Sorry,
you're not getting
eliminated.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you will be.
Brutal.
Is also the dressing is a bit different too, like we wear closed-in shoes for autumn, winter.
Right.
And we don't wear strapless dresses or bare shoulders. You're a bit more covered up for autumn, winter.
Yep. And a beards is as fashionable as I've always thought.
Oh, darling, beards are always beautiful.
Thank you. Correct answer, Dale. Contestants for Fashions on the Field can either nominate themselves, or if you dress up to Dale's standards, you may even be asked to get involved.
Give you a number.
Thanks very much. I'd love that.
There you go. Start at 2:15. You both look fabulous, and so do you. Would you like to enter the Fashions on the Field?
Thank you.
Be back in this area about 2:20.
What do you reckon about these two roosters here?
These two or all 4?
Oh, no.
Yeah, fancy seeing you guys here, eh?
How are you?
Hey, mate, how are you?
Good to see you, Luke.
Well, Luke and Cody, they're absolutely gorgeous, but I do think they're a little underdressed for Fashions on the Field today.
Brutal.
Oh, well, if you had a jacket and a hat...
Next year.
Next year.
I reckon the boys might have been a little bit out of their depth in fashions this year.
Well done, everyone.
But I tell you what, I don't think you'll meet a pair of guys who are more Dolby proud. You blokes are pretty popular around here.
Oh, mate, we love Dolby and everyone is always keen for a g'day.
I was thinking you like the Dukes of Dolby.
Yes, you could say that, yeah.
It's a massive day though, isn't it?
Oh, mate, it's the biggest races in Dolby and everyone's here for a good time and have a yarn.
Yeah, and what do you got here? Talk me through it.
Mate, just over here we've got Fashions of the Field, we've got the races just over here, and just there is our favourite marquee. Come on, we'll show you.
All right, let's do it.
The Windsor Watering Hole, mate. We've got hay bales, we've got trees, mate. This is the real country.
Yeah, feels a little bit more country, doesn't it?
Welcome to Dolby, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Oh, the most importantly,
yeah,
you need a cold drink.
Okay, yeah, we've got to get this sorted out. You've got to put the Dolby picnic races on your calendar for next year. It's been an absolute blast. But for now, we're going to take a break. Stick around because we're exploring more of the Western Downs when we return.
Come on.
7.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Number three. Oh, he's going. Oh, no.
Easy.
Oh, you got me. Looks like it's your shout. Your shout.
The last time I backed the ambulance.
Always happens.
Good morning, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. Now, can I grab one of those muffins?
Yes, sure
One
can.
of those biscuits. Is that banana bread?
Yes, that one's a rustic fruit loaf.
I have to get some of that.
A piece of that one.
And maybe all of those.
Good choice, the scones are lovely.
Okay, excellent.
Can I turn ham and cheese croissants as
You
well?
can interest me.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Brekkie this morning at Urban Paddock Cafe, Dolby's answer to a Sunday brunch. It's a beautiful old homestead originally built in 1909 and recently restored by Melissa Harms and her family.
Yes, a lot of restoration, so it was about 12 months planning and then took about 6 months, the whole renovation to do, so yeah.
Actually, I overheard a guy inside saying that he was talking about he wanted to buy the place and knock it down and put up apartments. Thank God that didn't happen.
Yes, no, there's been quite a few people that drove past and would like to buy the building. It's been sale for a while, so we're happy that we could restore it and bring it to life again.
The place is certainly lively this morning. Along with Urban Paddock, inside the homestead you'll also find Millie and Robe, a boutique fashion and homewares outlet showcasing international brands as well as a handful of local talents such as Kylie Bourne.
And what have we got here, Kylie?
So you have a selection of some of my mosaic artwork. So I predominantly work with glass and a lot of mirror as well.
Did I hear that your first sort of mosaic work was to cover up a septic tip?
Yeah, so I've got a septic tank in the backyard and, you know, like most country women that like a bit of gardening, I thought it was a bit of an eyesore.
Yeah.
So to this day, it's covered in bees and dragonflies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
With such creativity in town, it's no wonder the region is flourishing. A fact local Mayor Paul McVeigh is rather proud of.
G'day, Kip. Mr. Mayor.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How you going, Paul?
Had a couple of coffees?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm perked up and feeling better.
What about toast? Plenty of toast?
No, I'm sorted. I'm good.
Let's go then, mate. Yeah, let's go.
The McVeigh family history in farming runs deep. After first emigrating to Australia in 1863, the family has continued to develop their properties across the Western Downs.
Uncle moved out here in 1954, and but the family's been generational farms. I'm a fourth generation farm. My great-grandfather come out from Ireland over near Ella, and then eventually the three of the brothers have moved out here. My other uncles on the inner downs. They've been all farmers and generational farmers.
Yeah, right.
It seems when you speak to anyone out here, everyone has a connection to the land.
It will always be, if you look out across the plain in front of us here now as we head out to this cotton farm, that you know, it's very core, it's agriculture, but it's sorghum, it's corn, it's chickpeas, it's mung beans, it's wheat, barley, yeah, and obviously cotton, and cotton's become a very dominant feature in the agricultural scene here since probably about the late 70s, early 80s, where it really started to take off.
Oh man, look at that. That's a lot of cotton.
Yeah, it's beautiful cotton, Kip. Come and have a look at it. Yeah. Just fantastic. And that's like the cotton. You can feel the lump in there. That's the seed.
Yeah.
And that's another asset of this is they crush that and get cottonseed oil. And most of the fish and chip shops that you buy local fish and chips use cottonseed oil.
Oh, right.
So it's by far the most, one of the most flavour-adding oils you can have, especially chips.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So most people don't know that.
No, I've never heard of it.
No.
So that's the seed in there.
That's the seed.
The
and you can pull the lid off that. That beautiful, see that in the sunlight there, that beautiful shimmer.
Yeah.
This is really top quality cotton.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You just pull the seed out of that. Now, and that's great food source.
Yeah.
For cattle. The cattle industry love that. It's about 19% protein.
Right.
Plus, it's got a lot of fibre around it as well. So, what we're growing here is it's fibre and food. In the one paddock.
Yeah. So that can be a T-shirt and that can be the fish and chips. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I can just bale this up and shove a bit in my ear.
You can actually, if you wanted to, have a bit of fun with this. You can actually just keep twirling it.
Yeah.
And you can start making cotton thread. If you just keep spinning that, and spinning it, and just keep lengthening it, and you can make a hell of a long, just like a bit of needle and thread.
Yeah. You're a bit better at it than I am.
I've had more practice, Pip.
Go on, make a weekend of it. Dalby's only a couple of hours out of Brisbane, and as we've seen today, there's plenty going on. Have a look at our website for all the information you'll need to check out the Western Downs region yourself, including things to do, places to stay, and can I recommend the Country Pathfinder Motor Inn. It's right in the heart of town with comfy rooms, and Jane will even help you organise a couple of sites to see during your stay. You can also keep up with our travels on Facebook and Instagram. Queensland.com and the Queensland Rail Travel websites are also worth a look.
I couldn't think of a better way to wrap up my Dalby experience there with one of Jane's Starlight Paddock dinners. Jane's been our host this weekend and I can definitely recommend this experience. That's all we've got time for on today's show. Take care and we'll catch you next time. Cheers. Cheers.